to 154.
I agree with that one. Don't hold yourself back.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with y'all.
All right. Now, with that being said, you see how your promoter is supposed to back you when you say things on the microphone. You know, some promoters, they come out, they see their fighter, they want to give them public criticism. Like, we're all here for tough criticism, but public criticism of your own fighter, and then you got to sell them? Oscar, that's not gold. Then again, that's probably how they do it over there at Golden Boy Promotion. So, Oscar De La Hoya recently comes out after Kid Austin's fight against Renee Telzez Grion, like gridiron. Ricky, and my man last name from the last fight is Chukhadzhian, man. So I'm calling him Shaka Khan. See what happens when I get a name right? But he comes out, they catch him behind after the fight, and they're like, hey, how did you feel about that fight? And he's like, Kid Austin, I give him a C-. It's another grade again. I was like, where all these grades come? Where the letters come from? Since in the red corner, everybody want to be the alphabets. Like, why they want to do that when we started? I ain't mad at it, though. But what's y'all thoughts on promoters coming out? Well, this promoter in general coming out after his fighter had this fight. And Ty, you could elaborate a little bit more on it too. I know you've seen the clip, but a promoter coming out and then criticizing his fighter the way he did after he just actually won a fight by unanimous decision.
To me, that's crazy. One, you're supposed to be a promoter. I'm promoting you, so I'm supposed to make everybody think that you're one of the best fighters. Even if they ask you that question, find something great that he did and say, okay, man, he did great boxing. Man, he showed that he got a great jab. He's ready. He's ready for the top fighters. Say something. Don't say, oh, he got hit C-. That's because one, like I said, you're supposed to promote this dude. You're supposed to make everybody believe that he's a great fighter. And then after that, you say that he's basically not ready for Shakur and he needs to work on his craft and fight other fighters. So you're basically saying that you're gonna give him some C-class, lower class fighters to fight again. Nobody wants to see that. He's supposed to be a top prospect. I want to see him fight a top fighter. Even if he loses, he's still gonna learn. And then like Eddie Hearn would never do that. You ask Eddie Hearn about fighters, he would never say nothing bad about his fighters. He will always say, "Oh, they're great fighter. They're the future of this." Or he gonna say what he has to say to promote his fighters because he's the promoter. Even though I know Oscar's a boxer, but you're still a promoter right now. If you got something to say about like bad at this fight, pull him to the side and tell him then. Don't tell him in front of everybody. Oh yeah, C-. That was C- fight now because one, he won that fight 10 rounds to 2. How's that C-? Yeah, he should have did more things, but he won 10 rounds to 2. Yeah, he got knocked down, but he still won 10 rounds to 2. So I don't see how. To me, that wasn't a C-, but I don't see how a promoter would say that this fighter did a C- as a promoter. That's crazy to me.
Ricky?
Yeah, I'm agreeing with Ty because how
Ty don't want
anything
either.
your
Ty don't want his
criticism.
episode 4 rounds to 1. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, he definitely did. He definitely got it. But no, the criticism should be outside, what I'm saying, the public eye. This is your promoter, your promotion team. He's backing you. You know what I'm saying? Basically you just planting a thought in the back of his head that he got to get away from you. Because why would you sit here and embarrass your fighters? And then on top of that, who would want to? Other fighters would see this too. So it's bad. It's totally bad. You should not be badgering your fighters in the public eye. You're promoting them. Everybody needs the revenue. What is going on? What's the point of you being a promotional team if you're gonna talk bad about your fighters? Defeats the purpose.
Yeah, now I can see if you was like on a podcast and they was asking you something, or if you weren't his promoter and you were on a podcast, they're like, hey, how you feel about Kid Austin's last performance? Like he come on in the red corner, he's like, all right, that was a C-. Coming from us is like, all right, because we spectating. We not trying to sell him on his next fight. Now imagine you trying to do a contract and they like, well, Oscar, how you gonna ask for $1 million and you don't even think his last performance was that good? Why would I give you $1 million for this fight? I'm not about to do that. And I seen he actually looked good in the fight, but I can get it at a discount. Why would I do that? So again, Kid Austin, man, if you seen this, I don't know y'all relationship. Y'all, you might not take it away. But for me, I'm looking at it like, yeah, it's time to get up out of there. You're not gonna tell me I did a C- performance. And I'm not comparing. And then I think he started comparing them to other boxers and all. Like it just went down a rabbit hole of just WTF. It really wasn't even called for. It's really just how did you think he did in this fight? 10 rounds to 2, C-. You better off just saying, I think he, like Ty said, you could have did some things a little bit better here. You could have did some things better there, but overall, he won the fight. And like you said with Eddie Hearns, I just literally heard him back his fighter after talking about 147, he's like, yeah, you know, we need to move up so we can get better fighters. If somebody good at 147 pops up, then we'll fight them. We're not fighting no more lower tier fight. Like Eddie Hearn came out right in that moment and stood behind his boxer. There was a couple of other fights where I seen Eddie Hearn and they lost, and he was like, nah, you know, we'll get back at it. I was like, nah, that boxer look bad. I don't know what you mean we'll get back at it, but I'm with you, Eddie, if you want to set it that way. But again, that's just what you got to do. Oscar been tripping ever since them pictures came out.
Oh man, no comment.
Now we always believed you more about Ty. It's the guy in the red.
That's crazy.
But we got one more fight on the. We got one more thing on the docket before we get to these up and coming fights, right? And boxing, we said it earlier, this is in good hands now. And we got to see if some of these kids, are they actually deserving of? Question. Who is ready for a lightweight title fight after their last performance and against who? Is it Kid Austin?